All right. Happy Sunday, Purple Hearts. Happy Sunday, Outspoken. Happy Sunday, Felicia Fee. I hope everyone is doing well. I hope y'all are enjoying your Sunday and welcome to the recap. I hope y'all are enjoying your Sunday. Mine has been okay. I went out earlier, got something to eat, I came back in. That's it. Simple. Okay, if you are new here and you don't know what the recap is, that is where I come live every Sunday, sometimes Monday, depending on what's going on. And I recap the questions of the day with you all. Okay, we're doing last week's. Oh my God, my water done fell over. We are doing last week's questions of the day. That's Monday 8/18, Wednesday 8/20, and Friday, which was just the day before yesterday, 8/22/25. So tell me, how are y'all doing? I hope y'all are doing well. You enjoying your weekend? I hope so. I'm definitely enjoying mine. I'm getting a lot of rest. I usually start off by telling you all what I did the previous week. And I really didn't do anything for this previous week. I had to go. Let me just say this, okay? This real ID thing that I'm going through right now, it's a lot. It is a whole lot, okay? I had planned to go see my friend Bluebell. She dropped down in the chat one time. But I had planned to go see her, but with this real ID thing, I needed to get a real ID. I already told y'all what the story was, how I couldn't find my birth certificate and all that. Let's see. Felicia Fee says I had 3 appointments this week. I'm still exhausted. Girl, I know. Okay, I know. The exhaustion is real. Okay, it is real. But that's what Sunday is for. So we can rest, relax, recuperate, and get ready for Monday. Get ready for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Okay. But I had to go downtown to get a letter from not my doctor, but you know, the doctor at the hospital. This is something that Social Security required, so I had to go and pick it up. And I went and I picked it up. Now I have to make an appointment to go down there and get all of this started. All of this is really tiring. It's really tiring. I mean, the things that I have to go through, y'all don't even know. I mean, once I get this was one of the important things that I had to get, this letter. So I went and I got the letter. Now I have it, but my infusion is Thursday. So now I'm gonna do my infusion on Thursday. And y'all know when I do my Safnello infusion, I'm down for like 2 days, maybe 3. And after I do that, then once I bounce back and get on my feet, then I can make that appointment. The funny thing is I have to fill out a whole nother form for a social security card. This right here is just beyond me. Had it not been for this real ID thing. Hey, Sonia J, how are you? Had it not been for this real ID thing, I could have went and saw my friend. I could have got my ticket, went and saw my friend, and we would have had a good time, and I would have came back by now. But because of this real ID thing and something that I had to correct, yeah, Felicia Fee. My name, my last name on my birth certificate is spelled wrong. So this is why I have to go through all this. This is why I have to go through all this. And I would not have known this had it not been for the real ID, because I still have time on old my old card, the non-driver's license. I still have time on there. I got like maybe, what's this, 25? I got 2 more years on that thing. I got 2 more years on there. So now, since everybody has to get the real ID, and yeah, so now you understand where I'm coming from, Felicia P. Now you understand where I am coming from. So this whole thing has, you know what? This started in July, and we are in August, almost the end of August, going into September. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, oh my God, this right here, it's just, and I'm going through something else as well, but I'm not going to talk about that. But all these things together have really been working on my mental. It's been working on my mental, and y'all don't know. Yeah, his name is misspelled on his birth certificate, and it costs about $450 to change everything. Well, let me tell you something. Since I couldn't find my birth certificate, I said, all right, I'll go get another one. Made an appointment for that. Got all the way down there. And that's when I found out that the misspelling happened. So then they sent me to another room. And this lady is talking about, you got to fill out these forms and you got to bring them back. And I'm telling you, I sat there and I said, I'm not going to cry. I'm not going to cry over this. My whole goal was to go and see my friend. That was my whole goal. And had it not been for this real ID stuff, I would have went to see her. We would have spent time together, and I would have came back. It wouldn't have been a thing, you know. So they tried to tell me that I had to pay, I think it was 200 and some odd dollars, but since I am disabled and I do receive, SSI and Medicaid and stuff like that, that fee could have been waived. I didn't find that out until this week right here. Let's see. He went through this in 2021. It was a mess because of yeah. I can imagine what he went through. And me just finding out you don't look at your birth certificate every day like that. You know, you get your ID and you be like, okay, this is my name. So, oh God. So I decided I'm not going to pay that money. And I didn't know that the fee could be waived. And when I looked at the application, you might as well say they wanted you to dig up every relative that's gone that you got, you know, and cut their toes off and bring them in a plastic forensic bag and all this. The things that were on that application, I was just like, nope. So when I got home, I said, there's one place I didn't look for this birth certificate. And that one place that I didn't look, that's where the birth certificate was. So I said, all right, I don't have to deal with those people. Let me go to Social Security. I go to Social Security. They tell me, well, you need a doctor's note. And I'm like, a doctor's note? And when I looked at the paper, I'm like, oh my God, you know, they need all this stuff. So I had to go to medical records. That's what I had to do. And she told me that it would take 7 to 10 business days for this letter. So basically, at first I was counting. And then I said, you know what? Nope, nope. I'm going to stop counting these days. I'm just going to put it out my mind. She said that she was going to call me because she said mailing it out is going to take too long. So she said she was going to call me. So these last couple of days, I've been in my craft room rearranging and throwing away stuff. Okay, so Wednesday, my phone rang and I was like, what's this? I answered the phone and it was the lady that told me that she was going to call me, and she said, would you can come down and pick up the letter. So I said, can I come down tomorrow? She said, most certainly, the letter will be here waiting on you. They want a letter on the hospital letterhead signed by the doctor. And this lady told me, she said, we do these letters all the time. Don't worry about it. Because I was frazzled. I was frazzled. I was a mess because all I could think about is the time is ticking. Okay. I want to go see my friend while it's still nice. I don't want to go in the winter time. You know what I mean? But, you know, listen, it's a lot going on. Okay. I went and I got the letter. So now the letter is definitely in my possession now. But my infusion is Thursday. And it would be just my luck if I made an appointment, it would be on the day of my infusion. This is how my luck has been running, y'all. This is how my luck has been running. So I'm like, I'm glad I got the letter. All I got to do now is just take my time, fill out this application for the Social Security card, take these 2 things in, and they'll give me a temporary piece of paper that I can use to go to the DMV to get my real ID card. So now my only thing is, do I pay the $5 for the regular real ID card, or do I get the updated version that costs $30? So I'm gonna think about it because I'm not ready to get a passport yet. Although a passport is the best ID that you could ever have. It's the best ID you could ever have, but I'll get that later. My decision when I finally do get there is going to be whether to get the regular Real ID or the enhanced Real ID. So this has been dragging on all summer long. And I wanted to go see my friend in the summertime. I did not want to go in the fall. I did not want to go in the winter. Okay, so after I get my, and that's another thing, they mail you the ID. You can't go pick that thing up. So all of this has been a waiting game. It's been a real waiting game, and it's really been weighing on me um more than I would speak about. It's really been bothering me and weighing on me and stuff like that. So I just said, you know what? I'm going to get in here. I'm going to rearrange my craft room the way I want it rearranged. And I have rearranged it. It is exactly the way I want it to be. I had to order some more shelves for my origami shelving system that I have in there. Origami shelving system. It is the best. It will last forever. Okay. It won't rust and it won't bend. Okay. What you say? I would get the enhanced if it's not any more trouble. You see, and this is what I'm thinking about, Sonia J. This is what I'm thinking about because I feel like if I get the enhanced one, and it shouldn't cost that much either, I'm gonna see, you know, if even if it's $30, I'm just gonna go ahead and pay it. I hope it will be for a long length of time, before I have to renew again. So I'm gonna see. I think the enhanced ID would be the right way for me to go. So that's what I've been going through, and that's what I did last week. I went and got the letter, and now I'm in possession of it. All I have to do is make the appointment. But first, I have to get my infusion because I've been noticing. I noticed that because my infusion lasts 28 days. So now today is the 24th. For the let's see, last 2 days, last 3 days, I've been noticing that my hips have been hurting. And I know why. It's because it's time for my infusion now. So that's what I did last week. And I took my time doing everything I had to do. I didn't overexert myself or anything like that. So me and Safnello will be meeting up this Thursday. And that's an all day thing. And you know what? I wanted to like document that for you guys. I wanted to like document that for you guys and everything I go through, but then I thought better of it. I said they don't need to see all that. They don't need to see all that. I'm gonna just, go and get my infusion and let that be that. I come through and I post on my community wall when it's infusion day and stuff like that. And, I post, but I post somewhere else. Let's put it that way. Okay. I post, but I post somewhere else. And other than that, I haven't really been doing anything. I started listening to an ebook. Let me go in here and tell y'all what the name of this book is because I'm going to finish this today. And I use when I want to listen to an ebook, I use Libby. If you have a library card, you can use your library card to sign into Libby and create your account. The name of the book I am listening to is called DeSantis Cartel by K.C. Mills. I'm going to type this in the chat in case y'all want to listen to this book. Let me see. I'm just typing and shit ain't going nowhere. I got to do my nails too. I haven't done that either because I've been moving so many things trying to get my craft room together. I didn't want to ruin my nails, so there it is. So that's a pretty good listen. I've been listening to it. It's a pretty good listen. Oh my God, I'm on the last chapter, so I'm gonna have to find another book under that author to listen to. So that's what I've been doing, and we are almost 23 minutes in, and we didn't even start the recap yet. So let me take a little sip of water. Because I tell you, all righty then. You are very welcome. Because I'm not going to use the audio thing that comes with Prime. You got to pay for that. I'm not doing that. I downloaded Libby and I've been listening to all kinds of books, like hood books, books from the hood, and Stephen King and all that. The library has those things. So, all right, let's get on with the recap. We are doing episode number 34. We are starting with Monday last week, which was 8/18/25, and the thought for that day was patience is the companion of wisdom. Patience is the companion of wisdom. And yes, my patience has been being tried through this whole thing. My patience has been being tried. And I had to use the wisdom that I have to say, Sexy Harlem, it's going to be all right. You just got to have patience. When I was younger, I didn't have not a slice of patience, not even a little bit. But now, since I've gotten older, I know how to say, Sexy Harlem, you have to have patience. So that's being wise. Okay? What you say? Yours too? I'm telling you. So the question for that day was, do you think it's good to take one day at a time? Do you think it's good to take one day at a time? Yeah, I know. I know the feeling, but you gotta reel yourself back in, girl. You gotta reel yourself back in. So, do you think it's good to take one day at a time? Now, I'm gonna say this. Felicia Fee says, I'm very patient. Girl, you are better than me. I had to learn it, okay? I had to learn it. Taking one day at a time. We have no choice, okay? Because what you said, you pray for patience. Yes, you have to. And that's what I've been doing, just putting it out of my mind and doing something else. So, taking one day at a time, we have no choice in the matter. Okay. It's not like the days or a YouTube video and we can skip ahead. You know, the red ball ain't on, so we can skip ahead. No, we can't do that. Okay, what you said? I'm very patient. I guess that's why I'm a procrastinator. Oh no, not you too. Not you too. Oh Lord. Yeah, so the days are not like a YouTube video where you can skip ahead and the red ball is not on. So we have no choice but to take one day at a time. And I do think it's a good thing. We have no choice. There's nothing else we can do. We can't skip ahead. If we could, we would skip ahead to Friday all the time. You know what I'm saying? You would skip ahead to Friday all the time. Just, oh, it's Friday. Oh, it's Friday. Forget the rest of the days of the week. We just do Friday all the time. But yeah. So I do think it's good to take one day at a time, especially since we have no choice. Okay. So moving on to Wednesday, which was August 20th, 25. The thought for that day, what you said? Exactly Friday at 3:30. Oh my God. Yep. One day at a time and one foot in front of the other. That's all you can do. Because you can run wherever you want to run to, but the day is not going to change. The only thing that's going to change is the time, right? So Wednesday's thought was start with what is right. Start with what is right rather than what is acceptable. Start with what is right rather than what is acceptable. You have to start with what is right rather than what is acceptable, because if you put what is acceptable instead of in front of what is right, that ain't gonna look right. That wouldn't even sound right to me. You know what I mean? If we turn that around and said, start with what is acceptable rather than what is right, that don't sound right to me. And it's not because I wrote this down. That just, it doesn't sound right to me. You know how you can hear something? You know how you can hear something and like a sentence? Someone can read a sentence to you and you can listen to it and go, wait a minute, a comma is supposed to go there, or a period is supposed to go there, or a hyphen is supposed to go there. By listening to it, I don't know. I guess that's just me. I guess that's just me. But Okay, I agree with that. Start with what is right rather than what is acceptable. Now, here's the question for Wednesday, 8:20. The question is, what gets you excited about life? Anybody want to answer that? What gets you excited about life? My answer is waking up. That's my answer. I can deal with anything after I wake up. I wake up, I thank God, my feet hit the floor, and that begins my day. But that's what I get excited about, waking up. What you saying? That was your answer. Oh, amen. That's right. So that is what gets me excited about life, waking up. Okay, so we're gonna move on to Friday, 8/22/25, which was the day before yesterday. The thought for that day was the opinion which other people have of you is their problem and not yours. The opinion which other people have of you is their problem and not yours. And that's also just like you can say the opinion that another person has of you is none of your business. It's none of your business. They can have an opinion of you all day long, but they're the ones that gotta carry that, not you. You just going about your business. You know what I'm saying? That's their problem, not yours. So the question for that day was, how do you how do you like to preserve your memories? How do you like to preserve your memories? And the way I preserve, yeah, Sonia J, that part. Because it's none of our business what they think of us, because they're the ones using their brain to think about it. We're not using our brain to think about it, because we move right along. So how do you preserve your memories? How do you like to preserve your memories? For me, it's taking pictures. Taking pictures is the best way to preserve your memories. And also, we take pictures with our phone all the time, but we don't think about actually going to CVS or wherever that is to print them out and physically have them. I have a lot of physical pictures. Yeah, taking pictures and videos. Exactly. So, this is what I do. I have a lot of pictures in the physical, but I also have a lot on my phone. So I've decided that I'm going to go ahead and print out some of those photos so I can have them and preserve them and put them in a photo album. Yes, ma'am. That's what I'm going to do. And that, ladies and gentlemen, or just ladies, is your recap for 8/18/25, which was Monday, Wednesday, 8/20/25, and Friday, 8/22/25. Have you noticed that I didn't have to pause not one time No fire engines, no police cars, none of that. I did not have to tell y'all to hold on, not one time, not once. So I am so glad you all, Sonia, you already know. You have a great week too, Felicia Fee. You already know. Yep, we made it. We sure did. So that's you guys' recap. I will be back here next Sunday. Make sure you pay attention to the community wall because I post the questions of the day on the community wall. If you want to answer on the community wall, you can. If you want to come here and you want to answer, you can. If you want to do both, you can. If you just want to sit here and listen to me run my mouth, you can. Everyone have a wonderful and safe week. Yes, ma'am. So, you already know, I want you all to take great care and pray for me. Pray that the rest of this, what I got to go through, will go smoothly. Because I'm telling you, I'm running out of patience. When I tell y'all I'm running out of patience, I'm running out. I am running out. I'm trying to hold on a little bit longer because I'm halfway through the process. So, you all take great care. Be blessed, never stressed, and stay safe always, especially out here in this world today. Stay safe always. Listen to your inner, what you would call that. Listen to your inner wisdom when it tells you don't go down that block, go this way. Make sure y'all listen, pay attention, okay? And y'all take great care. And I'll talk with you next Sunday. Be blessed and stay safe.